Amirawa Hopa. Thank you for joining us. I am Aaliyah Chavez. We start today in Phoenix, Arizona at a Native American fair and art market that has been going strong for more than 65 years. The Herd Museum hosted its 66th annual American Indian Fair and Market. The market boasted more than 600 artists from all over Indian country who stopped by in Phoenix for the two-day event. From jewelry to sculptures, there was something for everyone. As people were shopping and supporting Indigenous artists, there were live performances from bands to traditional dances. We'll have more on the Herd Market tomorrow. We head west now, all the way west, to Attu, one of the Alaskan islands closest to Russia. It was the site of the farthest ancestral repatriation in U.S. history when Indigenous islander remains were returned from the Smithsonian Institution almost 8,000 miles away. ICT's Jocelyn Estes reports.
Attu villagers historically have had more than their share of troubles. In the mid-1700s, Russian fur traders massacred and brought disease to the Attu Islands and the Unungan people there. The area population dropped from a couple of thousand to 100. Then in 1936, a Smithsonian anthropologist showed up and took the remains of 68 people from local cemeteries. Alice Herdlichka collected skulls from around the world as he unsuccessfully tried to prove white superiority. So Attuan descendant Helena Schmidt was the lead advocate in a 5-year campaign for the return of the remains. She went to Washington, D.C. last summer to prepare the remains for shipping, a trip she said was emotionally draining.
There's nothing that can prepare someone to do this type of work. I had no idea of what I was going to experience. When I arrived, we did have like a little ceremony before, and then they showed the remains on like a 5-stack tier of all the remains that were uncovered in boxes. And it's very overwhelming. You have grief, you have joy, you have all the feelings, and you just also have that confusion because you have that kind of like the anger that this happened, to deal with. So
the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service carried the remains to the remote Aleutian Islands in mid-August, where the ancestors were reburied with ceremonies. Just as an aside, a lot of people don't realize that Japan invaded some Aleutian Islands during World War II. They took Attu's 47 residents to a prisoner of war camp in Japan, where half of them died from malnutrition and starvation. So this repatriation effort is one success story after the tragedies since colonial contact. Jocelyn Estes, ICT News, Anchorage, Alaska.
Well, one of the largest land birds in North America could be making its way back to the Pacific Northwest. Condors, or New World vultures, have not been spotted in the Columbia River Basin in over 160 years. The Nez Perce tribe is working to change that. The birds were almost extinct in the 1980s, but in 2016, the tribe won a grant to conduct a condor viability assessment. What it found was suitable habitat in abundance. The tribe hopes to follow the success of Yurok wildlife officials and release captive raised birds within 5 to 7 years. We head now to South Dakota, where there is controversy brewing over a tribal flag displayed in the state capitol. Here's Shirley Snavy.
In South Dakota, the Rosebud Sioux tribe wants its flag back. This after allegations Governor Kristi Noem made to the legislature after her visit to the Texas-Mexico border.
The drugs and human trafficking pouring over the border, they devastate our people. Make no mistake, the cartels have a presence on several of South Dakota's tribal reservations. Murders are being committed by cartel members on the Pine Ridge Reservation and in Rapid City, and a gang called the Ghost Dancers are affiliated with these cartels.
South Dakota Senator Sean Bordeaux is a member of the Rosebud Sioux tribe near the Pine Ridge Reservation.
After the comments about the cartels on the reservations, Rosebud voted to remove their flag. She says it's a gift, and she's proudly displaying the gift in the rotunda in honor of the tribe. even though the tribe said they want their flag back.
Shirley Snavy, ICT News.
Governor Kristi Noem's office told ICT the flag will continue to be displayed. Her office said it reached out to Rosebud officials to offer to work towards solutions to challenges.